Hello there, I am Martins and I'll be taking you introduction to content writing. Now, what I hope to achieve in the course of this introduction is to explain to you what content writing is, what makes you a perfect content writer, what are the prospects available for you as a content writer, and also to see why you need to learn, why you need the skill in content writing. Okay, um, Gandhi said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever." That is, learning is a continuous process. So, this might be a beginning for someone, this might be a continuation for someone, whichever side of this divide you fall into. All I want you to do for me as we begin this course is to unlearn so that you can relearn. That is, I know it's possible that one way or the other you might have a bit of a knowledge as to what content writing is, okay? But for us to make the best of this course, it is important for you to pick up new ideas, new informations, new knowledge that I'll be unveiling to us, to every one of us, throughout this course period. Remember, this is just an introduction, so learn as if you were to live forever. And then frankly said, that I will forget when you ask me, when you talk to me, I will forget. But then when you teach me, I will remember. Okay, so essence of this is to teach you that you will always remember. But above all, he said, involve me and I will learn. In other words, let's do it together. Get me involved. So I'm glad to let you know that this is not going to be just talking theories, talking. No, it's practical oriented course. So I will be showing it to you as I go ahead to make. So before I go right ahead to explain to you what content writing is, I would like to ask you two questions. The first question is this: do you feel like you want to express yourself by writing? Like you want to write a book, you feel there is this book you need to write. You feel there is this article, there is this blog post, there's this thing you need to write. Do you feel that way sometimes? Or have you started one but along the line you feel you are stuck, you don't know how to continue? Or possibly you're trying to look at something you can do on a part-time or full-time basis that pays your bill. Do you feel that way? Do you feel that way? Okay, if you do content writing, this course is right for you because I have you all covered. I'll be taking you through a lot of things. I will involve you so that you will learn. I will involve you so that you will learn. Second question I would like to ask you before I go ahead to explain to you what content writing is and what content writing entails is this: when you go on your search engines, let's say Google for instance, and then you type in a keyword and lots of informations come up in page 1, page 2, and the list goes on and on. Where do you think this information is coming from? Google does not just produce them. This information is made available to Google by people like yourself and myself. Okay, so that means a whole lot. Imagine if there are hundreds and thousands and millions of people going on Google search engine on a daily basis, on YouTube on a daily basis to search for information, and you are 1% or you are the first 5, 10 that they see on a daily basis giving them information. Now that will make you feel fulfilled, and secondly that will also bring money to your pocket. All right, so you don't just be doing it for doing sake. There's a whole lot involved. It's a win-win. All right, good. Now let's then move ahead. What is content? Content. Now, what is content? I'm of the opinion that content is the backbone of digital media. It is anything you produce that your audience can consume with their senses. When I say senses, I refer to the senses of seeing and the senses of hearing. Anything you consume that when your audience see it, they are able, okay, by seeing it alone, they consume it. By hearing it alone, they consume it. What do I mean? Right now, you are consuming my product. By reading through my slides and by hearing, you are consuming my product. When you read something or when you see an information somewhere that captures your mind, you are consuming with your senses of seeing and of hearing. That is what the content is. It is also a compilation of information, ideas and messages presented for a particular use. Now, what do I mean by this? The slides you're seeing right now is a presentation, and before I was able to present this, I was able to compile several information, ideas and messages, and then presenting it to you for the purpose of introduction to content writing. Okay, so you get it now. Any information that you have to put together, okay, you have to put together your ideas that you have to write, or you paint, or you put together, or you express, you speak out, and the messages you send, it could be on social media or whatever form it is, you send your messages and then you present them for a particular use. That is a content. Now, this content can come in different forms. Can come as news, articles, reviews, videos, blog, infographics, that is content that has to do with graphics like pictures, like charts, images, and all the likes. Could come as interviews, come as editorials, as memes, as story, as songs. It can come in different forms. So content writing is vast. There are so many ways you can get involved in content writing. There are so many forms that you can present your content. Excellent. So that are the types of content. We have website content. For instance, when you go to Hano Global, okay, then you go on Google and you search for Hano Academy. When you search for Hano Academy, okay, it will come up with a list, and from those lists you will find the list that greatly applies to us here at Hano Academy. Now, when you click on the information you get, it takes you to a page, a website of Hano Academy, where you find lots of information about registration, about the courses, about the lecturers, about the lectures, about the location and what we do, and a whole lot more. Everything you see there is a content made available by one or two people or even more. SEO articles, another form, another type of content is the SEO articles. Now, what do I mean by SEO? SEO means search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. Now, what do I mean by this? When you go on YouTube or Google, for instance, and you type in a keyword, this to whoever the original author of that content, or you come up with your own fresh content. So in this course, I will be teaching you how to write original piece, original copy, original books, original newsletters, not that you're copying from someone else. It has to be relevant and it has to be fresh. It has to be relevant and it has to be fresh. For you to know this, you need to understand who are those you're trying to send this information across to. Is it relevant to them? Is this information relevant to this age, to this demography, to this gender, to those religious people with religious beliefs? Is this article, is this content relevant to them? And it has to be fresh. Everyone needs something new. It has to be fresh. It has to be factually correct. Now, what I mean is this. You don't just come up with things to misguide people. Because you see, someone once said that the pen is mightier than a sword. The words we hear, that we read, or that we see, has a way of building and shaping our minds, our hearts, has a way of shaping our lives. This is why, as a content writer, it is important to know that whatever you write must be factually correct. Avoiding errors, you need to avoid giving people wrong informations, okay? And it has to be grammatically correct. Now, this is one area where some people think they have issues and then they stop writing because they feel I am not good at writing either in a particular language, let's say English for instance. My English is not good, I make errors, I do not know where to put my comma or my full stop or my quotation mark, I do not know what word should come before what word, I do not know how to do these things. You have no worries if you are listening to me right now, because I'll be showing you how to write content that is free of grammatical errors. I'll be giving you free tools, showing you free tools that you can use to avoid all of these errors. And then content has to be logically written. There's a way you need to arrange. This is why you see there's not just enough for you to think and believe that you can write. It is important for you to get the training which you are doing right now, and then your content has to be easy to read. The fact that your information is right and is needed does not mean you say it anyhow or that you write it anyhow. It has to be, you have to present it in such a way that it is easy for your readers, for your audience to consume with ease. Now, why is content so important? It is important because it is king. Yes, you heard me right. Content is king. It is the king. Now when we say king, we mean it rules over all. It rules over all others. It rules over all others. Everything else comes under content. Life itself is determined by content. Is founded on content. Okay, content is important because it creates a brand identity. You can have 2-3 bottles, for instance, and the content looks alike. But the moment we write Coca-Cola or Pepsi or 7-Up or something on the bottle, it gives the brand an identity. When properly optimized, content drives traffic through search engines. Remember, I made mention of SEO earlier, search engine optimization. So now, content is important if you are into, if you want to promote your brand or your service or yourself. Okay, your LinkedIn account. You never wondered. Okay, when people search for your name, for instance, if your name does not appear on a search engine, it simply means it has not been optimized. Nobody is seeing you on social media. Nobody is seeing your content. Now, one of the things we'll be doing, okay, through this course is to look at HANO Academy and see if HANO Academy is optimized enough to drive traffic. I mean the website. Now, what do I mean? When people search for information, relevant academic structures in Somalia, for instance, HANO Academy should appear among the first 5 that appears if it has been optimized. Okay, so we'll be doing that. We'll be using HANO Academy as a basis for content writing in this course. It also generates public conversations and dialogues that we have across our social media, different social media platforms. And then it helps to generate leads and informations. It also helps to influence people like the politicians do, like buyers, like sellers do, like producers do, like marketers do. These are the reasons why content writing is important. Okay, now, what does it then take to become a content writer? It doesn't just happen. You have to be passionate about writing. Passion is key, because when you're not passionate, after a week or 2 of writing, you soon get tired. There's the passion that keeps the vision, that keeps you writing as a content writer. And then it's a need for you to acquire the skill. This is why I said earlier that you will learn as if we will live forever. Acquire the skill. The reason why I'm making this point so clear right now is because, yes, it is a possibility that you feel, or that we feel, that we have the gift, we have the talent of writing content. Okay, so I feel, so why then do I need? No, it's important for you to acquire the skill. I'll be showing you very soon why it is important for you to acquire the skill. Okay, then to become best at writing content, you need to make a habit of browsing. Make a habit of browsing, make a habit of reading more. You keep reading, you don't stop reading, and then you need to be disciplined, which leads me to the next point. You need to learn time management so that you don't spend all your time searching through the internet. You don't spend all your time browsing. The best content writers are those who have come to learn how to manage their time, develop an eye for detail. When you go to a place, what do you see? When you see the tree standing beside a chair, or a tree standing by the riverside, what do you see? Others who might just walk past. But as a content writer, you want to look at, is the tree bending? Are there fruits on the tree? Is the wind blowing the leaves on the tree towards a particular direction? And then what is the tree? What does it look like? Are the leaves on the tree, are they green? Are they falling? All of these are details that should catch your eye as a content writer. You see, it's amazing. Attention to details. Become a relentless researcher. You must be adaptable. What does it mean to be adaptable? You cannot just conclude that because you're an academic writer, okay, you cannot write for other sources. No. As a content writer, there's a need for adaptability. Okay, at least you can adapt the content writing skill to suit different needs. Then you keep writing, then you keep writing, and then you keep writing. You don't stop writing. Writing is for content writers, it goes beyond just writing. It's like saying a medical doctor, okay, it's just about putting on the clothes and then just walk into the hospital. No, it is more than that. So it is with content writing. It is far more. It is far more than that. Okay. One of the things you want to ask yourself is, have I presented this well? Have I profiled and edited this well? Before I came up with this final copy of this presentation, I had to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. Roughly about 6 or 7 times before coming up with this final copy. Because I keep asking myself, is this well presented? Am I saying what I should be saying at this point? Okay, what else should I need to do? And then I have to proofread and then to edit. I have to proofread this PowerPoint presentation even after typing it. Then I have to edit. I have to change the font size. I have to change some of the characters. I have to change so many things just to make sure that it looks presentable. You see, it is beyond writing. It has to interact, brainstorm, suggest, and learn. You know to learn how to market your content. This is also important. Okay, it can be frustrating sometimes when you write and nobody is reading, nobody is seeing it. So you need to learn how to market your content. Okay, it is about getting feedbacks. This inspires a content writer to write more. All of this and more I'll be showing you in the course. So this introduction is just more of trying to create a foundation. Okay, in other materials, in other videos you'll be seeing, it will be practical oriented. Okay, lots of things I'll be showing you. Lots of things I will be showing you. Lots of things. So, do you think you need a training? Do you think so, or do you think it's just okay to just have the talent or the gift? Do you think you need a training? It is not just an art. Training is what makes it into a science. Okay, so there is an art part of content writing, there is a science part of content writing. Now, why is it a science? Why is it a content, an art? Because you see, at the end of this training, I want you to be able to add a professional touch to your writing. Whatever piece you're writing, whatever purpose you're writing for, whatever information you're trying to, there has to be a professional touch. That is what differentiates you. So even if you're not planning to become a content writer, even if you're not planning to become even if you're not planning to become a freelancer, sorry, even if you're not planning to become to write a book or an article, you just want to be an academic writer, there should be a professional touch to your writing. There should be a difference. This is why this training is important. There should be a difference. Then improve your proofreading and editing skills. This is why the training is important. Okay, this is what this content writing training will do to you. It will improve your proofreading and editing skills. Then you will learn different styles of writing. Yeah, different styles. Okay, there is the academic style of writing, there is the APA style of writing, and lots more. This training you will learn different styles of writing, and then also you will gain hands-on experience on writing for various domains. What do I mean by this? As much as possible, I'll show you how to write for different domains. I'll show you how to write for different sources, for different platforms, for different should, in case you want to make use of any of this in the future. The right researching technique that you need as a content writer. Where do you get your information from? How to know where to look at, what to look for, when to look for these information in your research to help you write whatever it is you are interested in writing. And then also we will be learning how to understand the market and its role in your content writing. Okay, the market is vast. There is a wide market. Okay, so you need to understand which of those markets fit you. Others call it a niche. A niche. Which of these markets do you want to get into? So understanding those markets and how the market works. Okay, this training will be doing all of that to you. You will learn about keywords, SEO. I keep mentioning that again and again and again. I've mentioned SEO about 3 or 4 times right now if you've been paying attention. Okay, now at the end of this course, you will be hired as a content writer if you want to get hired. Okay, that is, you want to pick it up as on a full-time or part-time basis as a job. Okay, yes, you or home-based. You can be writing for Hanu Academy, and there are a lot of others that you can also be writing for. Then you can start working as a freelancer for various brands at the time. You can have like 3-4 brands that you're writing for, and each of them is paying you, let's say, $1,000 on a monthly basis, and so across board 4 brands you're writing for, that's $4,000 in a month, and that's a whole lot. Okay, that is if you choose to become a freelancer. There are platforms where you get freelancing jobs from LinkedIn, from Upwork, from Fiverr, from Facebook, all across different social media platforms and other platforms where you get freelancing jobs from as a content writer. Then of course you make money by publishing your articles either on Amazon, KDP, or other academic sites like Studypool. Okay, you could also publish your articles as a blog. All of these, so you become an established blogger. Okay, where you once in a week or twice in a week or as often as you can, you have a website where you keep having several blogs meeting different needs. Okay, ghost blogging or guest blogging, and then you earn money as an academic writer where you get to write your paperwork, okay, seminar presentations, all of this and more. Remember, professional touch is important. Okay, so who gets to hire you as a content writer? Companies will hire you. Different kinds of companies. Like I told you, the market is wide. Every sector of the society is made up of content. So just think of it. The real estate, the actors, the filmmakers, photographers, lifestyle, fashion, travel, education sector, the health sector, all of these industries, all of these sectors, all of these companies. Wherever you have a company, there's a need for a content writer. Even website developers and digital marketing agencies also need the services of content writers, and then the list goes on and on and on and on and on. There is no end. Wherever there's an organization, there is an office set up, there is a company, you can get a job as a content writer from any of this. So it's time to start learning. There's time to begin the practicals, and so all of that will begin in the next video. I'll see you on the other side. Get ready to learn a whole lot. Okay, thank you once again. My name is Martins. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much.